Alright, so we're supposed to answer the question, what is the most challenging aspect of maintaining a same-sex relationship? And the most challenging aspect for me is figuring out who's on top. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jess, your host for Mondays on the Beaver Bunch, and this week we're talking about relationships. And of course, maintaining a same-sex relationship doesn't only have to do with sex. I was just kidding. Sort of. First question is, what's the most challenging aspect of maintaining a same-sex relationship? And before I dive into that, I first want to sort of like post a disclaimer about this question and the following questions. I don't ever want to believe that I'm so naive that I know everything about relationships. So the only thing that I can really do is give you my own personal perspective and sort of give you like a history and background of my relationships. With that, I will answer the first question on a personal bias, I suppose. So the most challenging aspect of keeping a same-sex relationship, I think, first starts with the challenging aspect of finding someone, right? Because that's like the hardest part, is finding someone that just like matches you perfectly, which is super, super hard, and it's taken me years. And I think that you first need to figure out yourself, okay? So you're going to be in relationships, and please keep this in mind. You're going to be in many relationships with people that are not going to last. And if I can give you any advice about relationships, it is to always take something from those people, because there's obviously a reason why you're with them in the first place, okay? So when it ends, or when you see it sort of going that way, pay attention to it. Pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to how you're feeling, how you're reacting, and take note. Write it down, or just put it in your memory, Hold on to it and keep it for the next time you decide to enter into a relationship with someone, because that's going to be the main key to maintaining any kind of relationship. And then once you've sort of found yourself, figured yourself out, at least to the best of your ability at whatever time or place you are at in your life, then you can go on to what's a challenging part of keeping that relationship. And for me, it's making sure that the two people, first of all, communicate really well. That's number one. You must always have good communication with the person that you're with. No secrets, no lies, honesty, all of that. Communication, key. It's so key. Yeah. And then if you take it outside of the home, another challenging part is that we're always going to be coming out. For the rest of our lives, we're coming out. So when you go out to the grocery store, every time you go out, you're coming out. And so it's challenging. It's hard when you're in a same-sex relationship. It gets a little easier. I think I've said that in previous videos. It gets a little bit easier as you get older, because you just sort of get used to it and you get it down, And again, for me, it all comes back down to open and honest communication with the person that you're with. That's it. And there was this one piece of advice that two of my buddies gave me, and they've been together for 10 years. And one thing that they told me was, they said to always communicate. That's the key to just a great relationship, to a very cohesive, reciprocated, I love you relationship. They said to always communicate and to never go to bed angry. So I don't. And I keep that with me with every relationship that I'm in. And it works. Trust me. Don't ever go to bed angry. Finish it, get it over with, hug it out, make up sex, whatever. Get it done. Okay, so question number 2. Sorry, that was a long one. I'm a little out of breath. Number 2, the most rewarding aspect of being in a same-sex relationship. For me, you know, when you go through years of being with people and then you finally realize who you are and what you want out of a relationship and out of somebody else, when you finally get slapped across the face by this amazing person, I mean, that's a reward in and of itself. When somebody finally is standing at your feet, you know, at your doorstep, wherever, and they're right in front of your face, it's amazing. I mean, it's really amazing to just have that feeling, to have that security. It's great. And when you know, like being with a girl, for me, it's like she knows, she gets me. She gets where I'm coming from. She gets life. I mean, I pick partners based on who I am and what I desire. And so I make sure that I'm picking people that, you know, are gonna align with my goals and what I want out of life. And so when you find someone that's just there with you, like it just matches, you mesh, everything else in life just sort of falls into place. It falls in line. And I had someone recently, I was talking to them, and they're one of my buddies, that they're straight. They've been in a relationship. She's been in a relationship for almost 5 or 6 years, and we were talking about like what it is to be happy in a relationship. And I just sort of blurted out to her that I don't feel like you should ever really have to try too hard. You should never be exhausted emotionally at the end of the day because you try so hard to make your relationship work. And she completely disagreed. I think she felt like if she didn't try hard and she wasn't emotionally drained with the relationship that she was in, that it wasn't worth it to her. And I feel so differently. I mean, maybe I felt that way years ago, but today, right now, I don't feel like that. I feel like when you're with someone and they are just, they're it. Like, that's it. I feel like you just know. And it doesn't take trying hard. It just sort of flows. It just flows. And I promise, somebody is out there. Somebody is out there waiting, and excuse me, and they're gonna be perfect. I feel like there's somebody out there like that for everyone. It just takes time, sometimes years. And the third question is regarding the lesbian dating circle dilemma and what's my take on it. I've definitely been involved. In fact, I know friends from San Francisco who know friends in San Diego who grew up on the East Coast, and it's just sort of this giant circle. I've dated my best friend's ex-girlfriend's best friend. I've met girlfriends through ex-girlfriends. I've had friends come up to me and ask me if they're okay with me dating a girl that I used to date. It's only because we're such a small portion. Guys, we're really just a tiny, tiny portion of the population. It's okay. It's gonna happen. You gotta date around to figure out who you're compatible with. And sometimes your best friend is gonna be way more compatible with your ex-girlfriend than you ever will be. It's okay. It's fine. Don't hold any grudges. Just let it happen. And have I ever been greatly affected by it? No. No. I just sort of let it go. I feel like it's gonna happen, and I'm just happy when people are happy. So if my friend is happy in a relationship with my ex-girlfriend, then that's like amazing. So that's it. That's the video. I hope you guys have a really fantastic week. Again, happy Monday, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye, guys.